with the quick team or the bigger team or so forth, just a lot more versatile. I think the key here tonight is Sheehan against Watts in the front of that 1-3-1 trap, because when Jeff is playing well, they get 10 to 12, 16 points a game from their defense on the steals and the quick downs and the 3-on-1s, and Pointer's usually going to outrun the other team's post man. If Sheehan can avoid that and keep it in a half-court game, West Lafayette has a chance.
Well, the two teams are around the center circle. The Jeff Broncos in their road black uniforms with the red numerals, red and white trim. The Devils, the home whites with the red numerals and the red trim. It'll be Blackwell jumping up against Pointer. Your referees, Mike Fawcett out of Noblesville, the referee. The umpire, Brad Wilson out of Kokomo. We're set for basketball. There's the pass at the top, and it's one in front court by the Broncos. Quick shot by Dykehusen. Off the glass, shot won't go, but a quick foul against the Devils. As Pointer went up and tapped it forward to Kylie Watts, who got it off on the left side to Dykehusen, took it strong to the hoop. And the foul is against Dan Sheehan. Well, that's not a good way to start for the Devils.
This team scores so often on out-of-bounds plays and jump balls, more than probably anybody. Look at that.
There we go. In the paint to Dykehusen for the layup.
A contrast from the first game where, remember, it looked like Carroll was just trying to get the ball in bounds. Jeff tries to score and usually does on those plays.
And they're in that 1-3-1 half-court trap for the Broncos. Skiing in front court, bounces it off to the center circle of Berlin. Berlin one dribble to his right, looks down low. Watts poking at the basketball, gives high the right side to Archie Alexander. Cross-court pass to Skian, drives the free throw line, fires right side to Alexander. Back up top to Skian. 1-3-1 zone defense by the Broncos. Watts is playing the point out there and really pestering Skian. Gives high the right side to Alexander. Alexander, one dribble, bounces on the far side to Skian again. Skian again with Watts all over him. Watts with those long arms can really cause some problems out front. Berlin on the far side, cross-court pass to Alexander, looks down low, bounces back out top to Skian. 7:09 remaining here first quarter, still scoreless from Crowley Athletic Center. Skian out the point, gives up on the far side to Freeman, deep in the corner to Berlin. Berlin looks down low in a double team. Mansfield and Sexton all over him, drops the shoulder in of the Sexton, and we've got a turnover. A 5-second call against West Lafayette. Turnover number 1 against the Devils.
Well, I say this every year, and I know some people don't like it, but right there, the difference in the schedule is the defensive pressure. It's going to take West Lafayette a little while to adjust. The teams they play don't pressure the ball like that. They're just not used to it.
Broncos with the rock. Sexton on the right wing. Looks up high, looks down low. Back up top to Dykehusen, who hands off in the center circle of Mansfield. Mansfield with the rock down. The Broncos wearing black tonight. Watts in the right wing. Up top, Pointer. He'll take the three. Lets it fly up the back iron. Long rebound. Bounces right side and out of bounds.
He's expanding his game a little bit, stepping out there shooting that three. We've seen him down on the block.
If not mistaken, that was just the second three-pointer he's taken all season long right there. He's 0 for 2 so far. Skian will work his way up court now across the sideline. Mansfield on him man-to-man. On the left wing. Outside the arc. Skian fires up top. Alexander chasing 17 off the back iron. Rebound is away to Pointer. The outlet pass to Mansfield. Mansfield across the timeline. Gives up right side to Sexton. Sexton leaps the line. Left of the circle. Dykehusen for three.
It's just incredible how often he does that early in the game. So often.
And Dykehusen has got all 5 points for the Broncos. West Lafayette in the front court. Bounces up the right sideline as Blackwell tries to feed the corner to Alexander. And it's kicked out of bounds by Dykehusen.
It's like they're going to trap in a 1-3-1 when they score and play man-to-man when they don't score.
West side inbounding your side. Freeman will play the ball to Skian up top. Watts is on him, and Watts will get whistled for a blocking call. And you got to saw that one coming. A little bit of contact there, and Kylie just dropped the hip into him.
He's been plagued by a foul trouble, and this defense isn't as good when somebody's at that point other than Watts.
So Watts with his first personal, first team foul for the Broncos. Ball played in Alexander in front court. Bounces baseline left to Blackwell. He'll lob high on the left side to Archie Alexander. Up top to Skian. Drives down the lane. Feeds right side of the circle. Freeman for three. Jumper. In and good. Bounced off the rim high in the air. Then came down and settled in. Freeman with the triple. And the Red Devils are on the board. 5-3. Broncos with the lead in the basketball. Watts top of the key. Takes the three. Gives on the near side to Mansfield. Mansfield looks in against his zone defense by the Devils. Right side Sexton driving. Hooks one down low to Watts. Out of bounds. Flash the touch by Watts, but they'll give a foul to Sexton. Boy, it'll be an offensive foul, his first.
I think initially he just called that ball out of bounds and then kind of thought about it and called the foul.
Yep. He immediately pointed out of bounds and then put the hand up behind the head. 5:22 remaining here first quarter. The tempo a bit different in this game than it was in the earlier contest. 5:21 remaining. 5-3. Broncos leading by 2. West Lafayette with the basketball. Freeman on the far side. Brings it across the sideline. Fires the ball now up top to Skian. Skian back at the far side to Freeman. Freeman looks in the end and gets that 1-3-1 zone. Ball poked away by Sexton. He'll take it all the way to the rack. Goes up, way up, good.
Again, that's when they're playing well, when they get 6 or 8 of those in the game.
7-3. Broncos out top. Skian splits the double team, drives the free throw line, pulls up from 15. Jumper too strong. Dyke keeps it away with the rebound. And here come the Broncos. Mansfield fires up the right side of Sexton, gets around Freeman, drives in, running Jay off glass. Shot won't go. Pointer the rebound. Turnaround jumper is good. And he didn't put it down. Again, we say it every time. Pointer, very rarely does he ever dribble the basketball. Makes the grab, kept it high, turned, shot it, and scored. 9-3. 6-point Bronco advantage. Quick pass down low. Freeman, turnaround jumper, up and good. Nice pass by Archie Alexander, and Freeman has got 5. All 5 West Lafayette points. Left wing, jumper from 15. Watts in and out, can't buy it. Rebound knocked around. Blackwell had it. Watts on the reach in, and Kylie just picked up his second personal foul.
That'll hurt him defensively more than offensively.
So Watts will come out now. Abe Honiger will check in, and Jim Hamill forced to go to the bench after that free throw. 4:12 remaining here in the first quarter. 9-5. Broncos on top by 4. High school basketball on WASK. Brought to you in part by Von Tobel Lumber and Hardware. Always professional, free advice located at 319 North Earl Avenue in Lafayette. Pass to front court. Blackwell makes the grab at the free throw line. Stepped in. Jumper from 14. Won't go. Rebound knocked around. Pointer had it. Lost it. Blackwell with the scoop. He turns and hook shot is up over the top of Pointer, and Blackwell has got his first bucket.
Boy, is that guy tenacious.
Oh.
I don't know that we'll see anybody all year long. It's just never lets up.
Honiger drives in down the lane. Hooks the pass. Left side. Jumper by Pointer is good from 10 feet. Matt Pointer has got 4. Nice dish by Honiger. And the Broncos lead by 4. Deep in the right corner, Alexander. Cross-court pass to the far side to Freeman. He's got 5. Takes the shot. Gives up baseline left to Berlin. Back out high the left side now to Freeman. Freeman looks in against his Bronco defense. Is open. Has the shot. Will pull up for 3, and he drains it. Holy cow. Andy Freeman from way downtown. His second triple in the ball game, and he's got 8 points. Top of the key, Tyke Houston will try to answer, can't get it to go, and the rebound away to Alexander.
Boy, has that Freeman improved since early in the year. He's a much better player than he was in December.
Deep in the right corner, Alexander with the rock. Both Archie Alexander and Andy Freeman at times have been great. Nearly an over and back call. Skian saves it to Alexander. He drives down the lane, has the ball poked away, and they'll call for a double dribble turnover number 3 against West Lafayette. 2:58 remaining here first quarter. 11-10. Broncos on top by 1. Substitutions now for West Side as Berlin and Freeman will sit down. Matt Salt checks in for West Lafayette, and Luke Pitts also on the court for the first time. The Broncos in backcourt. Chris Mansfield waiting to pick him up in the backcourt defensively. Dan Skian. Mansfield fires up the right side to Honiger. Honiger now feeds between the circles to Pointer. High on the left side to Mansfield, and a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. And Sexton clapping his hands as for West Side, Archie Alexander picks up the personal. That is his first. And the second team foul against West Side. Mansfield will be inbounding for the Broncos. Baseline left side.
Dave Wood talked about this now again, how often this Bronco team scores on the out-of-bounds play.
Mansfield will lob it in the backcourt where Sexton retreats to make the grab. Gives off in front court now to Mansfield. Mansfield, the other center circle, feet high on the right side of Honiger. Honiger between the circles to Pointer on the near side. Mansfield up top. Sexton pulls up from 23. Jumper off the front iron. Pointer the rebound. His putback is in. Matt Pointer's got 6. 13-10. Broncos by 3. Skian up top. High on the right side will hand the ball off to Archie Alexander. Back to Skian. Now 1-3-1, trapping zone defense. Honiger the point. Skian down the lane. Bounces right side the Dull. Fires outside the arc to Alexander. Gives up at a high post to Blackwell. Fake. Steps in. Jumpers. He goes up. He lost the handle on the basketball. And we got a reach-in call against the Broncos. The name Honiger picks up foul number 1 and team foul number 4 for Lafayette Gems.
Skian's done a good job so far of splitting that trap. Getting between them, creating a numbers advantage. You split that trap, you got 5 on 3 for a second or two.
He has really played well here late in the season, as they have seen. Stuart Blackwell to the free throw line. Blackwell, as Dave pointed out, probably the most tenacious player you'll find in the area. It's the first. He's got 3. 19 points, 11 rebounds per game for Stuart Blackwell. really came on towards the second half of his junior year and pretty much has continued with his great play. Here's the senior. 2:10 remaining. 2-point advantage for the Broncos. Blackwell, shot, no good. Rebound away to Dykusen. And Adams got a couple of rebounds here early on. Mansfield across the timeline, fires down the left wing to Honegger. Up top to Sexton, right side, Dykusen. Quick pass down low, Honegger, hook shot, good by Abe Honegger. Oh, man, do they move the ball. They will just fire it around the perimeter. Matt Doe gives up in front court to Skian. Skian working with the basketball on the far side to Doe. Back up top to Skian. Skian top of the key now. Pulls it out to Scotty Arndt. Bounces off high on the right side of Pitts. Tries to lob it down low. Sexton slaps it away. Pitts gets it back, steps in, hooks the pass down to the corner to Doe. Doe bounces up top. The steal by Sexton. Across the timeline. Has it knocked away from behind as Doe lost it to Skian. Skian got knocked out of bounds by Matt Doe. The ball popped loose to Pointer, who laid it up and in.
And there's that defense again, creating a turnover to basket.
Jeff Doherty getting set to check in now for the Broncos. Skian in the front court, gives up baseline left to Alexander. Drives in, cut off by Mansfield. Hooks the pass off, free throw line, Pitts from 15. Shot blocked by Pointer. Loose ball is picked up by Mansfield. Up court, Pointer, baseline left, fakes left, goes right. And we've got a travel call against Pointer. 2 turnovers against the Broncos, and there's something that Pointer's going to have to work out of the offseason. As effective as he is, he does when he puts the ball on the floor, he loses some of his game.
Well, he's a sophomore, and every sophomore has room to improve, but clearly he's got to add that to his repertoire.
Dykusen is out. Jeff Doherty is in. Now you've got a real big guy with very long arms who can move and he can jump at the point of that zone. In backcourt, Alexander gives out to Skian. Skian drives the free throw line. Down the lane to the rack. Layup, no, but a whistle and a foul against the Broncos, and Doherty, Pointer rather, just picked up his first personal foul. 5th against the Broncos as a team. And Skian showing some quickness and the ability to penetrate there.
Yeah, he hasn't had any trouble beating that zone trap.
Down to 53 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Broncos on top by 6, 17-11. High school basketball brought to you in part here tonight by Payless Supermarkets with 4 convenient locations. State Road 38 near Tippecanoe Mall, 231 South, Elmwood Avenue, and Sagamore Park Center in West Lafayette. Dan Skian to the free throw line. 5'8", 165 and a senior. First one is up and good. Skian's first point. West Side is a team now for the Stripe, 2 of 3 in the ballgame. Second toss by Skian, nothing but net. He hits them both. Broncos playing in. Mansfield up the left sideline. Honegger fakes left, drives right, hooks one right side. Sexton pulls up for 3 off the front iron. Rebound tapped in the air by Pointer. Sexton comes away with it. Drives back down the lane. Left-handed layup is up and good by Ryan Sexton. The Broncos are non-stop. Back to a 6-point advantage, 19-13.
6 points on offensive rebounds and 4 on turnovers.
The kick by Doherty off the point of that zone as Dull tries to deal it off to Skian. Kicks it into backcourt, so it's still West Side basketball, the far sideline.
9 points from Jeff in their half-court offense, and everything else is the putback and the steal. That's when they're playing well.
Now we've got substitutions for West Side as Chris Berlin checks in. Blackwell is out. Skian is out, and Mike Hasagawa in at the point guard spot for the Devils. Also, Archie Alexander will sit down, and John White checks in for the Devils. 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 19-13, Broncos on top by 6. In backcourt, Freeman bounces up the sideline for Berlin. Berlin outside the arc. Looking to get rid of it now. Lobs up top to John White. White now tries to split the double team. Has the ball knocked away. The steal by Pointer. Up court to Honegger. Honegger bounces right side. Sexton layup. Yes! Counts the basket. The whistle and the foul against West Side.
And I wonder if Dave Wood laments that substitution now. He took his point guard out for give him a 30-second rest. It's going to cost him 3 points here.
Mike Hasagawa with the personal foul. That's the 3rd now against the Devils. Pointer is out. Mansfield is out. Jake Knott will check in. And Matt Ployce is on the court for the first time here in the ballgame as well for the Broncos. Ryan Sexton to the free throw line. He's got 6 points. 83% from the stripe. Best free throw shooter for the Broncos, and he misses there. Rebound away to West Side. Up court, White across the timeline with 7 seconds remaining first quarter. Feeds up top. Freeman for 3. Lets it fly. Good by Andy Freeman. His 3rd triple of the ball game. And after 1 quarter of play, the Broncos on top of West Side.
Work with area high school athletes. For sports-related injuries, contact the Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, 2525 South Street.
high school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM.
And Westside will play the ball in to start the second quarter.
How about that Andy Freeman, boy?
Man.
He's the story, and he's kept his team in the game, hasn't he?
He's got 11 of their 16 points. Freeman high on the left side, receives the pass from Alexander. Takes the pass down the left sideline now. Steps in, hooks one. Baseline left to Blackwell. Blackwell will hook it back to Freeman. Up top to Skian. Skian crosses over, down the lane. Center step, leans in. Left-hander is up and good by Dan Skian. Oh, what a shot by the little point guard. Jake Kahn up the left side now. Nick Keys has just checked in. Fires up top to Honiger on the right side to Dykusen. Baseline right side to Keys. Jay from 15. In and out won't go. Sexton the rebound. And he fires out top to Knott between the circles. Back to the right side. Nick Keys let it fly for three. Shot no good. Rebound knocked around in the lane, and Freeman comes away with it.
Well, the Broncos have 3 sophomores and 2 juniors. Yeah, he's not going to wait long. I said, Jim ain't going to leave this team in there very long.
And Archie Alexander drives the right side. We got a blocking call against Nick Keys. And Keys will pick up the personal foul. That is his first and team foul number 6 here in the first half. And now Ryan Sexton, along with Kylie Watts and Chris Mansfield all checking in. Jake Knott is out. Nick Keys is out. And who else we got? Abe Honiger will take a seat for the Broncos.
Starting lineup back in there for the Broncos.
Yep. 21-18, 3-point advantage for Lafayette Jeff. West side inbounding, baseline right side. Leaps and lobs the pass as Freeman to Blackwell. Hooks it across court. Tipped off by Berlin and picked up at a corner by Freeman. Quick pass down low. Blackwell leans in. Jumper is good on the front of the rim. Blackwell's got 5, and the Broncos quickly back in the front court, leading by only 1 now. Dykusen fires a pass baseline right to Watts. He bobbles, chases it down the right corner. Makes the pass, drives in, goes up. Layup is good by Kylie Watts. Watts with his first bucket. He's got 2. Broncos back up on top by 3. 6:41 remaining here in the
Broke a
first
string
half.
of 7 straight by the Red Devils.
They played well. Archie Alexander in backcourt. Splits the double team with the shoulder, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a travel call, though. Travel against West Side is Archie Alexander trying to break that double team and step through it. 6 turnovers now against West Lafayette. 6:34 remaining here in the second quarter. 23-20. Broncos by 3 with the basketball. Right wing to Sexton. Sexton gives up between the circles to Dykusen. Swings to left of the circle to Mansfield. Lob pass on the backdoor. Cut by Dykusen. Tapped in the air. Bobbled and chased it down the corner. Bounces down low to Watts. Fakes right. Spins left. And a travel call against Kylie Watts. 3 turnovers against the Broncos. He made 1 fake too many there.
Dave Woods revitalized some interest in this West Side program. That's one of the bigger student crowds they've had here in the sectional in a while.
Dave has done a nice job. Archie Alexander drives to the lane, bounces right side of Berlin, and he goes up. And the man playing the bottom of that 1-3-1 zone, Chris Mansfield, gets called in the reach here. That's his first. And now the 7th team foul against Jeff. So, for the remaining 6:09 of the second quarter, West Side will be in the bonus. Chris Berlin to the free throw line. Berlin 7 points, just over 6 rebounds per game this season. And recently has been much more offensive-minded for the Red Devils. Berlin to the strike, finds the hoop, right-handed toss is up and good. His first point here tonight. West Side now 4 of 5 from the stripe as a team.
West Side has never led in this game, and we're behind by as much as 8. They got a chance to get it back to 1.
Second toss by Berlin is up and good, and now they do trail by 1. 23-22, just over 6 minutes remaining. Watts in the front court, fires deep in the left corner. Sexton for 3, it's on the way, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. Ryan Sexton, man, he can light it up from outside at times. 26-22. Broncos with the lead. They're extending that trapping defense all the way to the backcourt now. Berlin across the sideline. He's straddling the center line, and we got a 5-second call. No, a 10-second call. Well, take your pick. Either one would work.
Well, they haven't bothered Skian much, but that's twice now they've forced him to reverse the ball to Berlin, and they've got 2 turnovers, a travel and a 10-second call.
7 turnovers now against West Side. Mansfield in the front court, gives high on the left side to Watts. Watts looks down low, feeds up top to Dykusen, right side to Mansfield. Mansfield brings it back in the near side. Sexton pulls up from 25 off the front iron. Rebound, taps out of there. Berlin gets it up court. Alexander crosses over down the lane, and we got an offensive foul against Archie Alexander. And Dave Woods is beside himself.
That was a pretty good defensive play. Chris Mansfield moved his feet, anticipated that perfectly. Could have gone either way, but it's a pretty good defensive call. You know, it's a right-handed guy going to his left into the lane. Most of them are going to take it to their strong side. 5:26 remaining here in the first half. 26-22. That's the 14th foul against the Devils.
Right side. Dyke Houston from 23. In and out. No good. Rebound to Blackwell. And here come the Devils across the sideline left to right. Skiing up the left sideline. Center step. Crosses over. Down the lane. To the rack. Layup. No, but a whistle and a foul against the Broncos. And Dan Skian again showing the ability and the quickness to penetrate that Bronco defense. Broncos personal foul will go against Chris Mansfield. That's his second. And the 18th foul against Lafayette Jeff. Archie Alexander will take a seat for the Red Devils, and John White checks in for Dave Wood's team. Ski into the stripe. He'll be shooting 2. 5:09 remaining here, second quarter. Broncos on top by 4. Devils have never led, but they've cut the lead a couple of times to 1. Skian's first toss is on its way, and it's good. He's 3 of 3 from the stripe. High school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM, brought to you in part by Best Distributing. Planning a party this weekend? Better plan to stop by your convenient Payless supermarkets and pick up those delicious Jay's potato chips and assorted snacks.
The team is 6 of 7, so the Devils are hitting it from the free throw line. They're 7 out of 8.
7 of 8 as Skian hits his second. He hit them both. Back to a 2-point Bronco lead. Ryan Sexton high on the right side. Lob cross court to Kylie Watts. Watts brings up top to Sexton. Thought about it. Not going to let it go. Gives high on the right side to Mansfield. Mansfield dribbling between his legs. He'll bring it back up top and reset, orchestrating this Bronco offense. He's on the left wing to Watts. Watts looks down low. Drives in the paint. Leads in. Scoops and scores as Kylie Watts. Watts with 4. 28-24. 4:45 remaining second quarter. Left wing. Freeman by himself for 3. Jumper in and out. Rebound to Blackwell. He's put back. Won't fall. And Pointer comes away with the carry for the Broncos. Mansfield fires up the right side. Sexton in the front court. Center step. Steps in. Jay from 15. Yes! Brian Sexton has got 11 points in the first half. 30-24. 6-point advantage for the Broncos. And
you need the Provac Pros. They clean your ductwork thoroughly, professionally, and quickly, so you and your family can breathe a whole lot easier. Call the Provac Pros today at 474-2886.
And we're back at Crowley Athletic Center. Near steal by the Broncos, out the inbounds by West Lafayette. Skeen will bring it into front court. Feeds on the right wing. White fakes a shot. Drives in the lane. Head fake now. Turns. Fires back up top to Skeen, who puts the J up from 16. He can't get it to fall, and Mansfield goes up high for the rebound. Mansfield up the right side. Sexton by himself from 25. Off the front of the rim. Long rebound chased out of the right corner by White. White now. Will outlet pass to Skeen. Skeen across the timeline. Left to right. Top of the key. Picks up his dribble now. Wheels it on the near side. Intended for White. The poke away by Sexton. The near field, but Skeen will get it back, and he hooks the pass off to White. White back in the front court. Top of the key. Picks up the dribble now. Looking to get rid of it. Can't find anyone. Tries to deal to Skeen. Can't get it to him. It's a 5-second call against West Side. And again, Dave Wood is just going nuts over here to our left. 9 turnovers now against West Lafayette.
Again, that's what we talked about in that onset, is they got to adjust to that kind of pressure. Jim Hamill's probably going to try and get through that second quarter here without Watts with 2 fouls. He wants that aggressive defense in the second half.
3.5 minutes remaining here, second quarter. Sexton near side, steps to his left. Jay from 17 won't fall, but a reach-in foul and a shot by Sexton. And Andy Freeman just picked up his first. That's the 15th foul now against West Lafayette. And Ryan Sexton will be at the free throw line. He'll be shooting a couple. 3:26 remaining here, second quarter, 30-24. Broncos on top by 6. Sectional play, second game of this opening night of action. McCutcheon already into the second round. Waiting for the winner of this contest. Sexton's first shot is up and in. Ryan Sexton now with 12 first half points. The Broncos are 1 of 2 from the stripe. In fact, Sexton's the only man who has shot any free throws. Ryan's second toss on its way, and it's good. He hit them both. 13 points. 32-24. 8-point advantage for the Broncos. Ball is played into Skeen in backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Drops the shoulder into Mansfield, and Mansfield is called for a little bit too much contact there. And Chris Mansfield now picked up his third, and that doesn't make Jim Hamel happy, as Jake Knott will check in now to run the point. Now, a bit of adjustment in the lineup now. Abe Honegger had been playing point for the Broncos. Now he has moved more of a 2 or a 3 spot, and Jake Knott will be the backup point guard. So Mansfield is down, Knott is in. 3:24 remaining here, second quarter. 32-24. Skeen at the free throw line. Devils trailing by 8.
We're probably going to see Mansfield and Watts on the bench hurt them defensively now more than anything. Nobody can play defense on Skian man-to-man as well as Mansfield can.
First toss is no good by Skian. The rebound is away to Knott. Knott across the timeline. Bounces on the left wing to Honiger. Up top to Sexton. Fakes the shot. Steps in. Brings down the near side to Jake Knott again. Knott looks down low. Back up top. Sexton let it fly for three off the right side of the iron. Rebound is away to John Whiteout. And Whiteout will outlet to Skian. Skian across the timeline. Left to right. Has it out top near the center circle. Knott is on him man-to-man. Gives off between the circles to Berlin. Back to Skian. Skian dribbling with the left hand on the far side now. Brings it out near the far sideline. Gives it to Blackwell. Back to Skian. It's the pick set. Skian drives around Knott now. Leans in. Goes up on a blocking foul against Jake Knott. Knott with his first personal. That's the 19th foul against the Broncos. And Skian again showing that quickness is trouble and causing some problems for the Broncos D. 2:49 remaining here in the first half. 32-24. Skian again to the stripe. John Whiteout is out. And Andy Ford will check in for the first time. Ford, a 6'2", 170-pound freshman. Good-looking young player. Chris Berlin is out. And Matt Dull checking back in for West Side.
10 team fouls. They'll give him 2.
Skian to the free throw line. Misses his first. He missed 2 in a row now. And it is double bonus time for West Side.
He hit 4 straight. Just wonder if near the end of the second quarter, a little bit of fatigue maybe setting in here.
Second toss by Skian. He gets this one to fall. 32-25. Broncos play it in. Honiger gives off to Sexton. Sexton works his way across the timeline. Nice dribbling move around Skian. Brings it on the left wing. Fires out top to Jake Knott. Knott getting instruction from Jim Hamill. Turns. Calls out the play. Bounces on the right wing to Honiger. Honiger looks down low. Fires up top to Pointer. On the left side to Knott. Knott looking down low. Back up top to Sexton. Sexton looking on the right wing. Leaps and lobs to Pointer. Down low. Dribble. Fakes right. Spins left. Jumper is up. And settles in good.
Turning to his left again.
Yep. 10 points for Pointer in the first half. 34-25.
Biggest lead in the game.
9 points now for Jeff.
Well, the West Side had him a little further away, and he got off his spot a little bit, but he made it anyway.
Skian in trouble. Will fire from 18. Jumper no good. Dykes away with the rebound. Outlet pass to Knott. Knott across the timeline, and he double dribbled. Looked to pick it up. Wanted to fire the pass. His man was covered and put it back down the floor. 4 turnovers against the Broncos. West Lafayette basketball. Jake Knott has not played a lot of point guard. In fact, this is really the first year he's really played the point, so he's still in that learning mode as a sophomore. Double played in the front court. Andy Ford drives in, gets around Honiger, goes up, jumper off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound tapped out of there, and it's out of bounds. And last touch by Stuart Blackwell. It's Bronco basketball with 1:58 remaining here in the first half.
Well, you know what? I like that move, though. Ford missed the shot, but you see a freshman come in. You didn't see any fear there, did you?
Not at all.
A freshman in a big sectional game, and he took it strong right to the basket.
The one thing this kid has, from what I've seen so far, he's got some confidence. He's not afraid at all.
Boy, it was obvious there.
Jake Knott out near the center circle now. Milking some time off the clock. Finally, the Broncos will call time.
Recall to get on the waste management route. They pick up every day of the year except Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's dependability. Rely on them for the environmentally responsible waste disposal and recycling. Waste Management's number again, 474-4432. Yay.
High school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM.
Broncos with their biggest lead of the ball game by 9. Now West Side, a half-court trapping defense. Knott will hook the pass off and throws it away to Matt Dahl. The turnover against the Broncos, that's number 5. Right side, Skian will drive it all the way to the rack. Williams is scored as he got around Jake Knott. Dan Skian with the bucket. Knott across the timeline now with a double team to reach in against Blackwell, and the foul called on the senior big man for West Lafayette. That's his first 16th foul against West Side, and now Jake Knott comes over and gets some counsel from head coach Jim Hamill. Jeff right now with, we got 3 sophomores, a junior and a senior on the court. Still very young team out there for the Broncos at this point.
Boy, Blackwell is so aggressive, and yet he has 1 foul.
Leaves the right corner section with the rock, gives up high post to Pointer, touch pass down low to Dykhuizen, and Adam lays it up and in. Nice dish by Matt Pointer, the sophomore big man for the Broncos. 1:10 remaining, 36-27. Back to a 9-point advantage. Freeman, right side. He played well the first quarter. He's been quiet here in the second. Bounces down low to Dull, who lays it up and in. Matt Dull getting away from his defender, finding a seam in the defense for his first bucket. West Side has played well here tonight as well. Dominic Key. Dykhuizen for 3. Yes! Dykhuizen, his second triple the ball game. He's got 10 first-half points. Broncos now with their biggest lead by 10. 43 seconds remaining here in the first half. Skian bounces off the floor between the circles, feeds deep in the corner to Dull, up top to Skian, crossover, down the lane, bounces it far side to Dull. Dull leans in, looks for the shot. Spins now, brings it outside the arc. Gives up at the elbow to Sheehan, who steps in. J from 8. Good by Dan Sheehan. Sheehan has played very well in the first 2 quarters. Sexton, right side, gets around Freeman, leans in. Scoop shot, no good. And a whistle and a foul against West Lafayette. 17th foul against the Devils, and Sexton is so tough to guard. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Andy Freeman, his second personal foul. Sexton in the first half now. He had 6 first quarter points, and he's got 7 here in the second, 13 in the ball game. 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Sheehan has really played well. This other guy's really improved from a year ago.
He looks good.
Yeah, much better player than he was a year ago.
Sexton money at the free throw line. It's his 3rd straight. He's got 3 or 4 in the ball game.
He's always been a good defensive player, but he's a much better offensive player now.
Archie Alexander checks in. Matt Dull is out. And really, Dave, we didn't see that until probably the last third of the season. Dave Wood saying that he had a talk with Sheehan, saying we need you to shoot the ball a little bit more. Be an offensive force out there, and it has certainly improved this West Side basketball team. Jake Knott is out. Nick Keys is back in for the Broncos.
That's part of that maturation process. Happens to high school athletes. They quite naturally get better when they get a little bit older.
Sexton with 14 eyes and left it fly. Shot no good. Rebound away to Blackwell. Who else underneath? His outlet pass to Sheehan. Blackwell so tough on the boards. Sheehan across the timeline. Nick Keys is on him. Down to 10 seconds. Gives it to the far side to Freeman. Up top to Alexander. 7 seconds remaining. Archie looks to make a move. Drives inside the arc. Turns, and we got a travel. Archie stopped. Wanted the dish to the far side. Ford was covered. He slid the pivot foot. 10 turnovers now against West Lafayette. Jake Knott is back in. Matt Dull coming back in for the Devils. And we've got Darcy Alexander.
6 guys on the floor.
Alexander's coming off the court now. Dyke Houston will be inbounding to Ryan Sexton in backcourt. Adam brings it off to Ryan. Down to 3 seconds. Across the timeline. Down the lane. Goes up. Lost the basketball. Gets it back. Fires at the buzzer. Shot no good. Bill Anderson, Fort Wayne Southside, with Purdue recruit Cameron Stevens here rounding out the top 5. Ben Davis coming in ranked number 6 in this weekly poll.
I think the other thing Dave Wood's got to do is try to get either Watts or Mansfield, one or the other, in foul trouble because they're key players. Sheehan would bother any other point guard the Broncos have except Mansfield. It would be a real advantage for West Lafayette to get him out of the game if they could.
Broncos will play the ball in to start the 3rd quarter. Adam Dyke Houston between the circle of the rock. Gives high on the left side to Mansfield. Bounces on the block pointer. Turns, shoots, and no good. Too strong. Rebound knocked around. Dyke Houston comes away with it. And as he goes back up, a whistle and a foul against Andy Freeman for West Lafayette. And Freeman picks up his 3rd personal foul. That's the first team foul, obviously, against West Side here in the second half. Adam Dyke Houston down to the free throw line. Adam, down the ball game, has got himself 4 rebounds.
Well, he's the leading rebounder on this team. Another guy that's really improved. When he was a sophomore and he played some varsity basketball, it looked like he was going to be a scorer. And he can score, but he's turned into the leading rebounder on this team.
He's turned into a real complete player, too.
Yeah.
But Adam pretty much does it all. Well, he'll get you 10, 12 points on 5, 6 rebounds, 3, 4 assists a game.
And Matt Pointer turned his ankle and is going to sit down here for a few minutes. Let's see how serious that is.
Yeah, Todd Eaton into the ball game for the first time. Eaton 6'5", 202 with a junior. The free throw by Dyke Houston is up and in, and now Adams got 11 points so far. Second toss by Dyke Houston is good. And the Broncos lead by 11, their biggest lead of the ball game, 42-31. Sheehan across the timeline, gives up to Blackwell in front court. Back to Sheehan near the center circle. Sheehan now drives down the lane, gives high the left side. Blackwell from 17, and Stewart. Blackwell breaks. Blackwell showing a bit of range there. He's got 7 points. Left side Sexton trying to return the favor. Misses the 3, gets his own rebound, chases it down to the paint. Fires down low, no look pass. Watts layup is good. What a pass by Ryan Sexton, and Kylie Watts has got 6. The steal off the inbounds by Watts, and he lays it back up and in. There's that defensive intensity and pressure that Watts can bring you.
Well, I know it's getting repetitious, but that's when this team's playing well, when they get those free ones.
Baseline left, Archie Alexander will drain the 15-footer, and Archie his first bucket in the ballgame. 46-35. Broncos by 11. Quick pass down low to Eaton. Turnaround jumper is up and good for the junior. So Eaton, the first time he touches the basketball, he scores. Now Ryan Sexton with 4 assists in this contest. As he's dealt it down to Eaton on the block. High the right side. Blackwell bobbles, gets it back. Looking underneath. Lobs it over the top of Watts to Skian. Skian now drives the free throw line, down the lane, shovels it down low to Berlin. Head fake goes up, and the bank shot is up and good by Chris Berlin. Berlin with 4. Watts in the left wing. Center step dribble. Fires high the left side of Mansfield. Between the circles to Dyke. Using quick pass in the lane. Intended for Watts. And we've got a holding foul against Stuart Blackwell as he was trying to impede the progress of Collie Watts across the lane. So Blackwell with his second personal foul. Second team foul against West Side.
Well, Skiing again, creating at this end, beating them on the dribble drive.
6:19 remaining here, third quarter, 48-37. Baseline right side, Mansfield looking inbound, looking now, brings it in on the wing. So Watts knocked out of his hands by Blackwell out of bounds. Last touch by the Devils, Blackwell. Still Bronco ball. Again, baseline right. Mansfield inbounding. The Broncos wearing their black road uniforms tonight. The Devils dressed in white to the home team. Right side, 17-foot J for Mansfield. Yes! Mansfield, he's not going to give you a lot of scoring, but he hit a big shot there. 6:05 remaining third quarter. Skiing in backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Watts trying to hurt him into a double team. Turns, gives out top to Berlin. Ball is poked away by Collie Watts. Chased out of the backcourt by Skiing. It's out of bounds, and it's off of Collie Watts. Still Devil basketball. And both coaches with their hands in their head. Dave Wood in relief. Jim Hamill in frustration. Dan Skiing in backcourt. Calling out the play. Gives up near the center line to Freeman. Freeman in the front court. Gives out top to Skiing. Right side to Alexander. Alexander bounces in the high post. Blackwell turns, leans in. Jumper is up, no good. Knocked out of bounds. And we got a whistle and a foul against the Broncos. And Todd Eaton coming up over the back of Chris Berlin. And Eaton picks up his first personal foul. Eaton now with 1, and the Jeff Broncos with 1 here in the second half. 5:39 remaining third quarter. Devils off the inbound. Baseline left. Fed in the lane. Berlin, head fake, leans in. Hook shot. Good by Chris Berlin.
There's the Red Devils scoring on the out-of-bounds play. Turning the tables on Jeff a little bit.
Sexton drives in the right side. Tries to get around Archie Alexander. And Archie got a half step behind there and hooked Ryan Sexton. And Alexander picks up his third personal foul. 5.5 minutes remaining third quarter. 50-39 Broncos. Their biggest lead has been 11. That's where they're at right now. Mansfield lobs it to the free throw line. Watts with the catch, steps in, jumper off the glass is good. Collie Watts with a bank shot. I've been complaining about it all night long. There we got a banker.
There's the play on the out of bounds again.
Yeah. Skiing bounces on the near side of Freeman. Freeman looks down low, gives up at a high post to Berlin, bounces down low, intended for Blackwell, taken away by Mansfield. Across the timeline, left wing, Watts stops, pops from 17, too strong, rebound tapped in the air by Sexton, and Archie Alexander will chase it down. Streaking in, left side layup, blocked by Watts, but a whistle and a foul, and Collie Watts has just picked up his third personal. That's the second team foul against Lafayette Jeff. Matt Dull now checking in for West Side. Watts with his third. 52-39. Broncos on top by 13. Chris Berlin will take a seat. He's played well here in the third quarter. Archie Alexander to the free throw line. He's got 2 points thus far.
Coach Hamill's going to leave Watts in there with 3 personal fouls.
First toss is up by Alexander, and it's good. The Devils now 9-13 from the free throw line as a team. 3 points for the senior forward, Alexander. Second toss is up and in. 52-41. Back to an 11-point lead. Ryan Sexton has it on the right wing. Gives high on the left side to Dyke-Husen. Dyke-Husen feeds to the far side to Watts. Back up top to Sexton. Gives out at the center circle to Mansfield. Mansfield checks out the clock. Gives high on the far side to Watts. Cross-court pass to Sexton. Sexton backdoor cut. Alley-oop. Watts layup is good. Oh, you could see it coming, couldn't you? Watts has got 12 now. And Sexton with 5 assists. Skiing finds Blackwell cutting to the hoop down low. Head fake. Layup is up and in by Stuart Blackwell.
Skiing's involved every time they score. One end or the other.
He is playing well.
Yeah, either the pass or the basket.
Sexton high on the far side. Gives off on the near side. Sexton for 3. Shot no good. Long rebound chased down by Skiing. Just in front of us on the right side. Skiing across the timeline right to left. Down the lane. Stops. Pops from 12. Good by Dan Skiing. And there he is again. He's got 13. Back the other way. In front court, Broncos with the rock. Top of the key. Dyke-Husen looking underneath for Watts. Gives high the far side of Mansfield. Mansfield checking things out underneath. Bounces down low in the block to Eaton. Ball is knocked away by Matt Doe. Up court to Skiing. Skiing crosses over down the lane. Left-handed scoop shot, no good. But we got a clear-out foul by the Broncos. Oh, push as Skiing took it hard to the hole. And again, Skiing involved every time something good happened for West Lafayette. Ryan Sexton picks up the personal. That is his second and the third team foul against the Broncos here in the third quarter. You cannot say enough about the play of Dan Sheehan here tonight.
Here's another out-of-bounds play. Let's see if they can get a bucket on this one.
Freeman baseline left, gives on the wing to Matt Dull. Dull squares up against Todd Eaton. Looks to drive against the big guy. One dribble now, looks down low, bounces wide left of the lane to Blackwell. Back outside the arc to Dull. High the left side to Sheehan. Sheehan goes to work with the dribble, gives on the left side. Blackwell drives in, cut off by Eaton. Fadeaway jumper from 10. Dyke Hughes and comes away with the rebound. Up court to Mansfield. Up the left sideline. Kylie Watts drives in, fires up top. Dyke Hughes and pulls up for three. Jumper off the front iron. Rebound is kicked down by Sexton. How many times has he done that tonight?
Reading the flight of the ball. He reacted to that ball before it hit the rim. He just read the flight of the ball.
Dyke Hughes in between the circles, right side to Sexton. He looks down low, drives in the lane, hooks one, baseline right side. Eaton the jumper, can't get it to fall. Dull had the rebound, stripped out of his hands by Eaton. He bobbles now, bounces high to the right side to Sexton, drives in, goes up, shot rejected by Blackwell. But a foul before the shot, just as Ryan was elevating. And it'll be against West Lafayette, the third team foul. And picking up the personal for Westside was Archie Alexander. That is his fourth now. And Ryan Sexton to the free throw line. Matt Price will check in. Todd Eaton is out, so Jim Hamill using a lot of post players tonight. And now Jeff Doherty will check in for the Broncos. Dyke Houston is out. Archie Alexander will sit down for West Side with 4 fouls, and John Wider replaces him.
And Matt Pointer, I can't see if he's got ice on that ankle, but the trainer, Jeff Clevenger, still down there tending to him.
Allie's smiling, if that's worth anything. Pointer's got a big smile on his face. Sexton at the free throw line. His first toss is up and in, and he's now got 15. 14 coming here in the first half. Ryan Sexton, as the season has gone on, has just simply gotten better and better and better. Second toss by Sexton is good. Joey hit them both. Substitution for West Side. Andy Freeman will sit down, and Andy Ford replaces him in the double lineup.
Well, Freeman's been quiet since early in the game. He has their only 3 3-point field goals.
3:06 remaining here, third quarter, 56-45. Broncos on top. Ford brings it across the timeline, gives up on the right wing to Dull. Dull spins, bounces back out top to Ford. It's nearly intercepted by Watts and lost out of bounds. 2:56 remaining. High school basketball on WASK, brought to you in part by Artie's. Meet you at Artie's in Rossville, Indianapolis, Crawfordsville, Monticello, Frankfort, and, of course, 2 locations here in Lafayette. Gain across the timeline in front court now. Gives high the near side to Andy Ford. The freshman spins around Sexton. Drives in. Bounces out top to Sheehan. Nearly intercepted by Doherty. Sheehan gets it back now. Drives to the free throw line. Nearly got away with the travel there. Gives high the near side to Blackwell. Feeds out top to Wida. He gives back to Sheehan between the circles. Sheehan working with the rock now. Big front of that zone. Bounce pass down low. Blackwell turnaround jumper. Won't go. Watts away with the rebound. And Watts ends up on the seat of his pants. Up the right side, Sexton fakes the shot, drives in, has the ball knocked away. Boyce comes away with it. His foot back won't go. Knocked around. Wida got the rebound, and he'll drive up the right sideline in the front court. Sexton on him, man-to-man, and we got a whistle and a foul. Sexton getting the blocking call, and Ryan better be careful. He's barked at the official, and the official giving him the stare back.
4 on each team.
That's the third personal on Ryan Sexton.
The biggest lead was at 13, 54-41. It's now down to 11.
Ford will be inbounding on the far side, plays the ball into Sheehan out near the center circle. In that 1-3-1 half-court trapping defense by the Broncos. John Wida high on the near side. Working with the right-hand dribble now, picks it up, looking to get rid of it, looking to lob it over the top of Doherty. He does get the ball to Sheehan, nearly poked away by Watts. Sheehan gets it back, and a double team on top to Dahl on the near side of Wida. Baseline left to Blackwell. He drives in, and gets fouled, and Chris Mansfield cringes in emotional pain as he picks up his 4th personal foul. Blackwell made the quick move around Mansfield, who plays the bottom of that 1-3-1 zone, and that's number 4 against Mansfield. He'll go to the bench with his 4th foul, team foul number 5, and he's replaced out there by Abe Honiger. Andy Ford inbounding, baseline left, plays the ball in the corner to Wida. Wida looks down low, lobs left lane to Dull, fires up top to Sheehan, drives down, bounce pass, right side, jumper, good by Blackwell. Blackwell has got now 11 points, 5 assists for Sheehan. Right side, Sexton drives in, fires it down low, intended for Price, is knocked out of there to Honiger. He lost the 3, shot no good, weak side board away to Blackwell. 56-47. Broncos have had the lead cut down to 9 points. Skian fires a pass down the lane. It was intended for Matt Tull as he tried to steal off Honegger and went through the paint and out of bounds. Turnover against West Side. That's number 13. Broncos with the basketball. 1:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Watts feeds up top to Honegger between the circle to Doherty, and we got a whistle to foul away from the basketball as Matt Price gets tangled up down low. Matt Dull and Stuart Blackwell battling underneath, and Dull picks up the personal foul. That's his first and the 15th foul now against West Side. Todd Eaton checking back in for the Broncos. He'll come and replace Matt Price. That's the thing about the Broncos, man. They just keep bringing in 6'6" guys, don't they? So many of them. Todd Eaton, top of the key. Gives up high on the left side. Honegger pulls up for three. Jumper won't go. Blackwell away with the rebound. He's got a bunch. Make it 7. Skiing across the sideline. Center step right side. Feeds the ball deep in the corner. Intended for White and knocked out of there by Honegger. And it's out of bounds. Still West Side basketball. Now Nick Keys will check back in for the Broncos. He'll replace Ryan Sexton for the remaining 1:05 here in the third quarter. Sexton checking out with 16 points.
Nick Keys coming in to play defense against Skian. Couple of possessions here.
Andy Ford plays the ball deep in the right corner to Dull. Outside the arc to Skian. He drives in, pulls it back outside the arc. The Keys rather is all over him. Hooks the pass out top to White. White comes out the pick by Dull to the right side. Reverses now, brings it back to the right sideline. Dribbles inside the arc. Feeds out top to Dull. Nearly threw it away. Pass out top to Skian. Nick Keys nearly with the steal. Skian hanging with the basketball between the circles. Gives high the right side to White. Back up top to Skian. And Keys is all over him. West Side fans want to foul. Skian comes out the pick right side. Drives in. Ball poked away by Keys. And now the reach-in foul against Keys. That's number 2 against Nick. And the 16th foul against the Broncos.
Well, the Devils are going to shoot some free throws in the fourth quarter now.
Yep. 34 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 56-47. Broncos on top. Ford plays the ball in. Right side of the lane to Dull. Dull spins. Gives it outside the arc to White. Up top to Skian. Now to 28 seconds remaining third quarter. Skian plays the ball off the right wing to White. Up top to Blackwell. Blackwell reverses it. Left side to Dull. Dull looking down low. Dull tries to drive. Doesn't lane. Runs into Watts. And I think Kylie just picked up the personal foul. The shot was made by Dull. I don't believe they'll count that, though. That was way after. Oh, they're going to count the basket. Holy cow. Holy cow. They'll count the bucket by Matt Dull. I thought that was way after the whistle. Count the bucket by Dull. He'll go to the free throw line for the and one. And Connie Watts picks up his 4th personal foul. He'll come out of the ball game. Ryan Sexton will replace him. Andy Freeman checking in for West Lafayette. Skian will sit down. Man, oh man, little NBA continuation on that play.
It's going to put the Red Devils as close as they've been since it was 30-24 midway through the second quarter.
Blackwell out, Berlin in for Dave Wood. And Matt Dull will get 1 free throw. He's got 4 points thus far. It's already over his season average. Bounces up and off the back iron, no good. Rebound capture. Berlin had it. He's fouled as he goes back up. Chris Berlin with the offensive board. And I believe it was Nick Keys in the reach-in, and it was. Keys with his 3rd personal foul. And Chris Berlin to the free throw line where he'll shoot 1+, make it 2, I'm sorry. He was fouled in the act.
Mike Houston and Pointer, the 2 leading rebounders on this team, are not in the game right now. And gives Berlin an opportunity to get that offensive rebound.
Toss by Berlin is up and in. He's hit 3 straight. And now Berlin with 7 points. West Side 11-16 for the free throw line in the ball game. 16 seconds remaining here, third quarter, 56-50. Second one by Berlin. This one won't fall, and Todd Eaton comes away with the board for the Broncos, and they throw it away into the hands of White. White drives the free throw line with 9 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Left wing, bombs up top to Andy Ford, down to 5. Drives into paint, pulls up from 16. Jumper, good by the freshman. With 1 second remaining.
Time to call Provac. With more than 30 years of combined experience, the pros at Provac are this area's only name in duct cleaning. The Provac pros get the job done quickly and efficiently. And now with the addition of another new Provac truck, there are even more Provac pros to serve you. So breathe a whole lot easier. Call the Provac pros today at 474-2886.
And we're back at Crowley Athletic Center. The Jeff Broncos leading now by 4. West Side has played well, outscoring Jeff 21-16 the third quarter. 1-3-1, half-court traffic defense. The steal by Sexton. The layup is good. Blackwell threw the ball away, intended for Skian. And Ryan Sexton, with a great anticipation, has got 18.
That broke a 7 straight run from Westside, all after Chris Mansfield left the game.
Andy Ford splits the double team.
Got him again.
Sexton knocks the ball away in backcourt. Ford chases it down, gives up to Skian. Skian spins and takes it across the timeline, crosses over, down the lane, shovels the pass off left side. Blackwell lost it on the way up, picked up by Waddy on the far side. They swing it on the near side to Ford. Steps in, Jay from 16. Jumper, cooled by the freshman. Oh, man, he doesn't care. He doesn't care this is postseason varsity play.
Something, isn't he?
He doesn't care. Nick Keys mishandles the ball, feeds out top as he gets it back to Honecker. They swing it right side to Sexton. Pulls up for a three-pointer off the mark. Air ball. Eaton the rebound. Here's put back forward by Todd Eaton. Eaton's got 4, 60-54. 6-point Bronco advantage. Blackwell in front court. Has it high on the left side. Bounces off near the center circle to Skian. Skian out dribbling with the right hand. On the right wing. Just outside the arc. Picks it up. Bounces out top to Andy Ford. Ford back high on the right side to Skian. Skian working with the right hand dribble. Jeff Doherty, the point of that 1-3-1 zone. Skian still working with the ball. 60-54. 6-point advantage. 6.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Wide high on the left side now with the rock. Picks up his dribble. Gives up on a high post to Blackwell. Right of the circle. Skian from 18. Jumper won't go. Blackwell the rebound. Tripped on the way up by Doherty. And it's out of bounds off the Broncos. And Dave Wood waves his hands at the officials. He wanted a foul there. Dyke Houston checking in. Todd Eaton is out for Lafayette Jeff.
8 rebounds now for Stuart Blackwell.
That's what he's done all year long, man. Just a garbage man underneath. Just chewing up the rebounds as they come off. He averaged 11 per game this season. White on the right side. Gives up even a corner to Dull. Back up top to White. White feeds to Ford between the circles. The freshman looks to drive. Is cut off. Takes it to the right side. Picks up his dribble. Gives off. Cutting down the lane. To Skian. Knocked out of there by Keys. It's out of bounds. High school basketball on WASK brought to you in part by Provac. The pros at Provac are this area's only name in duct cleaning with more than 30 years of combined experience.
It's your savings when you need to. Stop by a convenient Union Federal location today and find out more about the financial advantages of a liquid reserve account. Because everyone should have a savings account this good. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
High school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM.
6:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Broncos on top by 6. West side inbounding. Andy Ford, the freshman, baseline right side. Bounces it in the corner to Dull. Out top to Blackwell. He drives the free throw line. Nearly has it knocked away. Shovels it off to Skian. Down the lane. Scoops and scores for Sam Skian. And Skian's got 15. The Broncos lead now at 4. Left wing. Nick Keys with the rock on the far side. Gives out top to Honecker. Honecker shovels the pass off the free throw line to Dyke Houston. Gives up baseline left to Keys. Out top to Honecker again. Man-to-man defense by West Lafayette. 5:40 remaining. Behind the left side, Nick Keys with the rock. Feeds out top to Dyke Houston. Right side to Sexton. Takes the shot. Steps in. Shovels it down low to Dyke Houston for the layup. He's 6th assist tonight for Ryan Sexton. And Dyke Houston with the bucket. He's now got 14. Back to his 6-point advantage. Ford, left wing, drives in. Shovels it out top to Skian. Bounces it on the right wing. White up for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound tapped in the air by Dull. Got back by Blackwell. He puts it up, can't buy it. And Dyke Houston comes away with the rebound. Outlet to Honecker. Right side, Sexton. Fake, steps to his left hand. The travel call against the junior forward for the Broncos. 8 turnovers now for Lafayette Jeff. Archie Alexander will check in. John White is out for West Side. Now Andy Freeman checking back in. And Matt Dull will sit down.
And Blackwell, the game's leading rebounder with 9. Dyke Houston leads the Broncos with 6. Watts on the bench now, Mansfield on the bench, and Matt Pointer, since he turned his ankle early in the third quarter, hasn't come back in the game. You know, it'd be tough to put him back in there now if he sprained his ankle and been sitting there a while.
Ball stiffened up. Andy Ford, left wing, drives in, pulls up from 12. Good for the freshman. Oh, he has come in and played well. Ford with 6 points, 62-58. Broncos by 4 with the ball. Sexton up top, gives to the right side to Dyke Houston. Looks in the lane, gives up top to Sexton. High the right side, left side, rather to Honecker. Honecker looks over to Hamels. He gets some instruction. Dyke Houston top of the key, lets it fly from 25. Jumper off the front iron. Doherty the rebound. And Andy Ford getting whistled for the personal foul. Had the inside position, but Doherty went up high for the rebound, and Ford undercut him. And the freshman gets called for the personal, his first. And the Westside fans don't like that call.
Wow. Ford clearly on the inside, and Doherty over his back.
However, you've got to give him what they call verticality. He's got to be able to go up and come down, and Doherty had the ball, was not able to come down.
6 fouls now on the Red Devils, so everything's a free throw the rest of the game.
Honegger leaps and lobs it out top to Doherty, gives out to Dykehusen. Dykehusen feeds on the near side of Sexton. Dishes between the circles to Honegger. Honegger has skiing on him. Goes to work with the left-hand dribble now. Turns and squares up. Crosses over, drives the left side, tries to dish it off, nearly a takeaway, and a steal by Blackwell. Takes it down the lane, and he's fouled on his way to the rack. No bucket, no shot. The foul on the drive by Abe Honegger. That's his second personal foul, and the 18th foul, and now Jim Hamill goes to the bench. Kylie Watts, Chris Mansfield, and Matt Pointer all checking in. Sexton will stay in the lineup. Who's all coming out? Jeff Doherty will come out. Abe Honegger and Nick Keys all out of the lineup for the Broncos. 62-58. Westside trailing by only 4. 4:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. Stuart Blackwell at the free throw line. He'll try and cut into that lead here.
It'll be interesting to see when they play man-to-man. I assume Mansfield will take 10, but he has 4 fouls.
Blackwell at the stripe, lets it fly. It's off the back iron. No good. The rebound to Andy Ford.
That guy's something, isn't he?
The freshman has played well. Right side to Ford. Lob pass down low. Blackwell. Hook shot is up and good. Give the assist to Ford. It's a 2-point ball game. High on the far side. Dykehusen with a rock. Cross-court pass to Mansfield. Steps in. Bounces down low to Pointer. Spins his left. Jumper is up. No good. Rebound away to Blackwell. Gives off to Skian. Skian across the timeline. Has the top of the key. Feeds deep in the right corner to Archie Alexander. Driving in. Scoop. And no good. Rebound away to Pointer. That would have tied it.
And Pointer's running the floor and jumping well. His ankle doesn't seem to be bothering. Maybe a little bit of a limp when he slows down, but he seems to be all right.
And the Broncos.
Aquarium World. Check-in on race day is 8:30, and the double elimination races start at 9:30. At Von Tobel Lumber and Hardware, North Earl Avenue, Lafayette.
High school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM.
Broncos with the basketball, leading by only 2. They've been up by as many as 13 in this contest. Mansfield gives on a backdoor cut to Watts. Reverse layup is up. No good off the rim. Pointer the rebound. His foot back won't go, but a whistle and a foul underneath against the Red Devils. And Andy Ford just picked up his second personal foul. Matt Pointer to the free throw line where he'll shoot 2.
Action's getting a little heavier under the basket, huh? Watts with a nice back cut, overplaying him in the corner. Back cut and a lead pass from Mansfield for the free throw.
3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ballgame. But it was just 2 years ago on this same night, the first round, second game that West Lafayette beat Lafayette, Jeff, knocking them out of the playoffs.
Now Watts and Mansfield both with 4 fouls. Let's see if Dave Wood attacks them. Both key players. The Broncos haven't played well without Mansfield in particular.
Second toss by Pointer. No good. He missed them both. Rebound away to Andy Freeman for Westside. Devils with a chance to tie or go ahead with the three-pointer here. Skia drives down the lane to the rack. Dishes on the near side. Freeman pulls up for 3. Jumper off the front iron. Ford the rebound. Turns, shoots, and no good again off the back of the iron. And the foul underneath will go against West Lafayette. I think Stuart Blackwell just picked it up.
Boy, that's a war in there on a missed shot, isn't it?
Man, and how about the freshman Andy Ford? This kid, as I said, he's only about 14, 15 years old, and he's battling with the big boys underneath and holding his own.
Got an offensive rebound and a putback, and Ryan Sexton now is going to take Keehan man-to-man.
Andy Ford so far in the ballgame, he's got a couple of offensive rebounds, 1 assist, and also he scored 6 points in the contest. Dykehusen to the free throw line after the foul against Blackwell. His toss is up. It's off the back iron. No good. Rebound underneath. And I think Kylie Watts just fouled out. And he did.
And 3 straight misses for the Broncos at the free throw line.
Watts with his 5th personal foul out of the ballgame at the 3:04 mark of the fourth quarter. He ends with 14 points. Abe Honegger will replace him in the Bronco lineup.
And Jeff now with 10 fouls, so everything's worth 2.
And who drew that foul? The freshman, Andy Ford.
Yeah, and you know what? Normally, if you're Jim Hamill, you'd like to see a freshman up there, but I think this is probably the guy Dave Wood would want to see up there. This guy will just set up there and stroke it in there like there's nothing to it.
The Devils, 11 of 18 from the stripe. Ford lets it fly. It's good. He doesn't care where he's at. He's just trailing them tonight. Of course, his dad wasn't such a bad ball player either.
This guy can wear one of those no fear T-shirts.
Yep.
A lot of guys wear them. Shouldn't. This guy deserves to wear one.
Andy Ford hits the second. We're tied at 62. 3:04 remaining here in the ball game. Broncos with the basketball. Ryan Sexton, right side, pulls up for three. Yes!
Hey, that's what this tournament's all about, isn't it, every year?
Oh, and the Devils throw it away. Blackwell feeds up the left sideline, intended for Archie Alexander, and he lost it out of bounds.
Well, this is the stuff legends are made of. Chance for somebody to be a hero.
7 minutes, run over, pick up a pizza, and I think it's the best pizza in town.
Meet you at Arnie's in Lafayette, at Market Square and Columbian Park, and in Rossville and Indianapolis.
High school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM.
By three, Honegger in front court, feeds between the circles to Dyke Houston. Quick pass in the lane. Pointer turns, dribbles, lost the basketball, knocked out of there. Honegger comes away with it. In behind the left side, Mansfield pulls up for three. Jumper, no good. Rebound to Honegger. His putback is in. 4 points for Abe Honegger. Broncos on top now by 5, 67-62.
5 straight after we were tied at 62 on Ford free throws.
Alexander on the right wing. Feeds out top to Sheehan. Sheehan drives to top of the key. Turns, gives out to Alexander for three. Jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound knocked around. Dyke Houston with the board. And the foul will go against West Lafayette. Stuart Blackwell. And Dave Wood again just incensed with the call. Blackwell with his 4th personal foul. And heading to the free throw line for Lafayette Jeff will be Ryan Sexton. Sexton so far 5 of 7 from the stripe in the contest. He hit the big three-pointer a moment ago. He's got 21 points in the game. Lets it fly. It's up and in. And now Sexton 6 of 8 from the free throw line. The Broncos as a team from the stripe so far in the ball game have hit 8 of 13. Second toss by Sexton, yes. He drains it 23, 69-62, back to a 7-point advantage. Broncos on defense. Devils with the basketball. Andy Ford, man, what a fourth quarter he has had for a freshman. Skiing dishes deep in the left corner to Freeman. Steps in, no shot. Looks down low. Couple of dribbles, feeds out top to Skiing. Splits the double team. Dishes back in the corner to Freeman. No shot. Ball is tapped in the air, and Skiing will chase it down and backcourt. Sexton got a hand on it. Skiing back in the front court. Crosses over down the lane. Bounces underneath. Andy Ford turns, spins, shoots, and scores. Oh, the freshman has come up big. He's got 8 of his 10 points here in the fourth quarter. Dyke Houston, top of the key. Looks down low. Dishes on the near side to Sexton. 1:36 remaining in the contest. Honegger out top, and Andy Ford comes out and fouls him.
Well, that'll be 10 fouls both ways now.
That is number 10 against West Side. And so double bonus time both ways. Honegger to the free throw line. On the season, Abe has shot 64% from the stripe. Has not been at the free throw line in this game. The foul is on Ford again, his 3rd. Honegger shooting the basket off to our right. Lets it fly with the right hand. It's up and in. Honegger's got 5 points. 70-64. Broncos by 6. Honegger will try to add to it here, and he does not. Rebound away to Andy Ford. Ford now with 4 carries in the contest, go along with 10 points. Ford top of the key. Looking to deal the ball on. Can't find anybody. Gives high on the left side to Freeman. Freeman drives in now. Hooks one deep in the corner to Archie Alexander. Drives the baseline. Bounces up top to the high post. Intended for Blackwell. The steal by Honegger up court. And Sexton goes up for the finger roll layup. 25 points for Ryan Sexton. 72-68. Broncos by 8. 1:05 remaining. Ford out top. Sexton is all over him. Poking at the basketball. And he'll drop off. Andy Ford looking to deal the ball off. Finally does the safety valve to Freeman. Freeman spins top of the key. Stops and pops from 16. Jumper. No, won't go. The rebound away to Pointer, and he deals it off to Mansfield. And Mansfield fires up the right side to Sexton. Sexton on a cross-court pass to Dyke Houston. In the corner to Honegger. Honegger now drives around Ford, and Ford is called in the reach here. That's his 4th personal. Abe Honegger back to the free throw line. And it appears the Broncos will hold on.
10-2 advantage to Jeff since Ford's free throws tied it at 62.
But what a game by the Devils here tonight. Not many gave them a chance to even be in this ball game. And they have hung around to put a major league scare in the Lafayette Jets. Honiger with the free throw is up and no good. 43 seconds remaining. 72-64. Broncos by 8. Honiger with the toss. It's up, no good. Off the front iron. Rebound knocked around, and Blackwell will come away with it. Blackwell gives up to Skean. Skean across the timeline. Crosses over. Talbot a key. Free throw line. Down the lane. Leans in. Scoop shot. Good by Dan Skean. And the Bronco, though.
Distributing is proud to bring them to you because they've made them the best they can be. Ask for them by name. Jay's Potato Chips and Snack Foods. Distributed by Best Distributing.
High school basketball on WASK 98.7 FM.
And Chris Berlin checks in for Stuart Blackwell to end the ballgame here with 32 seconds remaining. Sexton inbounding, plays it into Pointer, gets it back to Sexton. Sexton in backcourt now, takes the pass off to Mansfield, brings it up the right sideline, bounces out to Mansfield. Mansfield across the timeline. He's mugged and fouled by Mike Hasagawa. Hasagawa with his second personal foul, and that is, now we're over the double bonus limit there for either team, so Mansfield to the free throw line. Hasagawa is second, and now for offensive purposes, Dave Wood will bring in Andy Ford and Stuart Blackwell. So Blackwell and Ford onto the court. Hasagawa is out, and Chris Berlin is out.
The Broncos have missed some opportunities here at the free throw line. Honiger's missed 3 in a row. Pointer missed 2 in a row.
Mansfield is strike, 63% from the free throw line. Broncos 10 of 18 from the free throw line. Mansfield steps up and drains his first one. 7-point advantage for Lafayette Jump. 23 seconds remaining. Mansfield second toss, yes. Ian now will race across the midcourt stripe down to 20 seconds to the free throw line. Feeds right wing to Alexander over the top of Archie. He tipped in the air and out of bounds. Turnover number 17. Against West Lafayette. Full court press, ball played into Mansfield, brings it across the timeline. Skean fouls him from behind, and Dan Skean picks up his second. And again, Mansfield to the free throw line. He just hit 2 in a row. Chris Mansfield with 4 points in the game. We'll be back here Thursday night for second round action. CC and Harrison meeting in the opener, followed by what appears to be the Jeff McCutcheon matchup. Barring a miracle here. Archie Alexander will check out. Luke Pitts is back in for West Side. The title game on Friday, and then all day Saturday will be down at the Market Square Arena for the Girls State Championship. Mansfield hits the first of 2. He's hit 3 straight. John White is checking in now for West Lafayette. Dan Skean is out. And a fine athletic career at West Lafayette football and basketball comes to an end here tonight as Skean checks out. Jim Hamill goes out and gives Dan Skean a handshake and a hug. Nice gesture. Scott Hoyer checking in.
13-4 now, Jeff, since the tie. And you just wonder if maybe a little bit of fatigue set in there. You know, Jeff running more players in and out than West Side. Late in the game, maybe that caught up to him a little bit.
Andy Ford will check out. Stuart Blackwell also getting a handshake and a hug from Jim Hamill. Blackwell's career coming to an end here tonight.
Boy, there's 2 tough guys.
Oh,
there.
man.
There's 2 guys any coach would love to have on their team, Skean and Blackwell.
13 points tonight for Stuart Blackwell to go along with 11 rebounds. Mansfield to stripe. Free throw is up and good. He hit both of them 4 in a row. Now we got a Jeff substitution. Scotty Hamill will check in. Jake Knott will check in. Todd Eaton will check in. Nick Keys also back into the game for the Broncos.
We're not going to let him in.
Nope.
The ball was already in play.
Yep, 16 seconds remaining now. And Carl DeStelli, who checked in a moment ago for Blackwell, will inbound the basketball to John Wyden. So 4 guys waiting to check in for the Broncos. Wyden across the timeline. Talbot a key, gives up to Giselle in the left corner to Freeman. Lob pass down to Hoyer. Now we got a reach-in foul against the Broncos. And Matt Price is whistled for the personal foul. His first. And now the 4 Broncos waiting to get in will check into the ball game. Dykes and Sexton, Mansfield, and Honiger all check out. Mansfield ends up with 6 points, 4 of 4 from the stripe. Adam Dykes with 14. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Ryan Sexton will close out the night with 25 points. 7 of 9 for the free throw line. Abe Honiger with 6. Hoyer's first free throw is up and in. 76-67 with 10 seconds remaining. Second toss by Hoyer. This one is good as well. Scotty Hamill plays the ball into Jake Knott. Knott back to Hamill. Hamill will ring it across the timeline. Down to 5 seconds. Down to 3. Down to 2. Keys left wing. Lets one fly for 3. No good at the buzzer. Second round. Jim Hamill and Dave Wood embraced in midcourt. Those two very close friends, of course. Dave Wood, a former assistant coach here in Lafayette. Jeff told me last night on the phone, he said, I owe a lot to Jim Hamill. He said, when my career was in the tank, Jim gave me a job and kept me going. 76-68. The Jeff Broncos win over West Lafayette. Good basketball game here in the second contest tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your post-game report after this timeout on News Radio WASK 98.7 FM.
From the frozen tundra of northwest Indiana comes an evil force.
It's the tax man. Hey, you're not the tax man.
No, I'm his able-bodied assistant.
Yes, I can see that. But I'm not hiding, because at the Bob Berman dealerships, we'll do anything it takes to beat the tax man and keep from paying inventory tax. There's no money down.
That means no money for the tax man.
No payments for 90 days and low financing on Toyotas, Hondas, Jeeps.